Hello YouTube, welcome back. Today we got a pretty chill video for you guys today. We are actually very close to the retro village. I didn't realize it as I was coming over here. But today we're checking out two places. We are going to the Minseok Donggaecheon, or the Gyeongju like handcraft village, folk village. We got a sign here, a bunch of different old traditional craft places to check out. Now I assume a lot of these places you can go in and like do it yourself or purchase or anything like that. So I don't think it's like really like the same as a Minseokcheon, just like traditional village, just like traditional making of old things. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to check out. And after that, we're gonna go to a super unique cafe. It's quite a bit of distance, but I think it's very cool and enough to try to go over there, but only in the summertime. And I'll show you guys in a little bit why. All right, let's go check out the village. As we are kind of in the middle of nowhere, I wanted to take the time to visit this place. I don't know what we'll find over here, but for me, it's kind of particularly interesting because I want to be able to maybe, I want to maybe be able to find some old products, and maybe I won't be able to purchase it today, but this will be very handy to come back later and maybe kind of look at some stuff today and be like, oh man, this would be nice to have in my house. Unfortunately, the Grand Hall, or the exhibition center, is under repair. So we're just gonna kind of walk around. And I don't know how many people actually come here because it seems very dead. So as I was visiting one of the shops, I was talking to the lady like about the pottery. Obviously not gonna buy any pottery today, but I was very curious about the pricing and stuff like that. I walked into one of the shops and I wanted to, I guess, talk to the owner and, you know, check out the pricing and things like that. And obviously I'm not going to buy anything today, but the pottery is super beautiful. I just didn't feel like kind of just going in the store and recording stuff, but it's super beautiful pottery. And pricing is very interesting, actually. The pricing is based off of the person who made it, whether they're like a well-established pottery maker or not. So depending on which one you buy, if you really like it, be like, oh, this person has been making pottery for like, I don't know, 20 years. And it's like, okay, it's gonna be super expensive. And these days, actually, they don't see too many people, which is a little sad, actually. I mean, you guys can see it for yourselves when walking around. There's like nobody, 0 people, which is very unfortunate. I think people like there are cars that pass by here, but I think honestly, it's just the cars just drive through and that's it. Like there's cars coming down and they just drive right through. Let's just keep walking around and see if we can find other types of handicrafts. I don't know, YouTube. I walked in here thinking maybe this would be a really cool experience, but I'm leaving here really depressed, to be honest. Actually, I talked to another owner about, you know, the state of things and all of that. There is like an academy here for, I think it's for making pottery. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't quite understand that part, but there is an academy here, and I did see it. And there are some students. Like there's more like students and I guess other people in like the September month, because right now still vacation for a lot of people. But even then, it's still not a lot of people that are coming. But yeah, it sucks because like a lot of the places are either closed down or it's not open. And I think like because of Hwangdae and some other kind of newer places, people aren't visiting here as much. But it's even stranger because there are like houses here. There are people who live here, and they have some kind of nice houses, actually. Some of them very interesting style and very nice house. But there are people who live here, and then you got the stores, or the handcraft stores, and that's pretty much it. It's actually really sad, to be honest, that this really cool, was maybe really cool village where they have many different shops for handcraft things like ongis, the Gold Crown. I didn't even see the Gold Crown building. I guess it wasn't there. Like I passed by it and wasn't even open. And all these cool stores are just not they're just not there anymore, or they're just not open. There's just like a handful of stores with pottery and things like that. So that is a shame. I do recommend coming here though, but that's for the only reason to maybe kind of revitalize it, I guess, because there are many places where you could buy awesome pottery. There are thousands of places, and this place is hard to get to. That's the biggest downside. It's not easy to get here, so I can understand why maybe people don't come here really. And yeah, this is different than I thought it would be. It was a really cool experience, but it does suck that it is in the state that it's in right now. So maybe, hopefully in the future, more people come here. That'd be great. Maybe you guys watching, you guys can come here, I don't know. But we're gonna keep moving on and go to that cafe that I talked about earlier and go check that out. All right, YouTube, we're at our cafe destination. We are at Bashila. You can see it here. Cafe is just cafe. You might be wondering what a cafe is special, what is special about this cafe, and I'll show you why in just 1 second. This cafe has one of the most primo views of the Hadong Reservoir, but also it is known as the Sunflower Cafe, as you can see by the many sunflowers. However, I think most of the real sunflowers are actually gone, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I think this whole place is supposed to be covered with sunflowers. Maybe. At least that's what it made it seem like. Or maybe they just actually plant fake sunflowers. I don't think they plant fake sunflowers. But we might have come here just a little too late. Maybe a little late. Anyways, this is still probably one of the most beautiful cafes that you can come to in Gyeongju, just because you have like this amazing view of just the mountain, the river. Like there's not, it's unhindered beauty. So let's go ahead and order something and pop a seat. All right, YouTube, we got our little drink. This is the Bashila latte, pretty much Bashilang latte. So as I know, or maybe you can guess, so at top we have some pat or red bean, some kind of cream, coffee. I'm not entirely sure. You can kind of see it. Yeah, it's basically just a latte with some cream and some red bean on top. Let's give it a taste. All right, I'm gonna just try the pat cream, maybe. Oh, that's actually really good. That's actually really nice. The coffee actually tastes like coffee. Like, I know that's a weird thing to say, but the cream doesn't taste overly sweet, and the pat just kind of mixes in very well. Like, it's not a lot, it's not super sweet. I actually really love it. I was really worried that this was gonna be overly sweet, but thank God it's actually not that sweet. So I'm gonna enjoy this, and then we'll walk around, do a little bit of recording in the cafe, and then I think that'll be a swell day. You can see why a lot of people come to this cafe, YouTube. They even have like this glass box area too. You can see, even over here. I'm actually kind of glad that the weather's not like super cool. It's a little humid today, but that means that a lot less people are actually sitting outside, and I kind of want to actually sit outside for this. So it is, although unfortunate they don't have the sunflowers right now, there are still some, I don't even know what these flowers are called, but these flowers everywhere. All right, well, to wrap up YouTube, we went to a folk museum, nobody there. And we went to a cafe, a sunflower cafe with no sunflowers. I think that task failed successfully. This cafe is super cool. Definitely recommend as maybe a date spot, I guess. And definitely recommend coming earlier when there's more sunflowers. The coffee though is very good, and it is a very picturesque view. I think it's very cool, but don't come here unless you have a means to come here, like a car or something like that. It is way too far to come here by bus, so I got a long trip back home just for a couple minutes coming here. So anyways, as always, YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll drop a link for this cafe and the folk village in the bottom of this video so you guys can check it out. If you're ever in Gyeongju, have a car, and you want to try to visit these cool places, there are so many awesome cafes, and we'll go and check out a few more next time. All right, peace out, YouTube.